Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, the Pentagon failed another audit. Now, do you know when a society starts breaking the law more and more and more? When they see a double standard in the law, in the justice system. When they see that certain people or certain entities are held to a different standard than everybody else. That is, some people have some, how should I put it, they call it privilege, all right? But hey, if I have privilege, I would like to see that privilege right now. But I don't have that privilege, because if I would have the privilege that these guys assigned to me, that kind of privilege, then I would say, shut the hell up, get out. But I don't have that privilege. Somehow I have only what kind of privilege they assign me. Therefore, I don't have a privilege. So what happens here? Surprise, surprise, some entities, some organizations, some departments can fail an audit. Do you think anything will happen to them? No. Why? Could be two things. They are part of the problems, or they are in charge, or they are related to one another. They are part of the problem, which is they are in charge somehow. Too big to fail? You can't arrest someone, like go and arrest Israel. You can't, because you have nuclear weapons. The same here. Go and arrest the Pentagon. The guy's in charge. You will not be able. Remember, if they failed, this is not the first time. I will let you know how many times they failed in the past. If they failed, what if you fail an IRS tax audit? What do you think will happen to you? I tell you what happens. If you failed it, you're going to get a big fine, and you're going to pay everything that they found that it is not wrong with interest. And if you did that and they find more and they find corruption, you can go to jail. That's how they treat us. But these guys, it's not the first time. How? And you know how many billions these guys have? How many billions you have? They got about $840 billion as the budget. They failed the audit. That's a lot of money. I suspect they will. And what happens to them? Nothing. Sputnik. Surprise. Pentagon fails audit for sixth year in a row. How is it still functioning? If you have a business and you fail your audit, do you think next year you're going to still have a business? No. Department of Defense. Yeah, great. We pay for that, supposedly. The US has by far the world's largest military budget, spending $877 billion on it last year. More than the next 10 countries combined. It has a network of more than 800 military bases around the globe and is involved directly or indirectly through supply or a participating power with funds or weapons in numerous conflicts. See these 800 military bases around the globe? Next time, when you hear that Russia is an imperialist power, think of that. Okay? When Russia is going to have 800 military bases around the world, then you can say that. Until then, you have to say this first, because these guys have 800. How many does Russia have? I can kind of tell you. I know they have one in Belarus. Maybe they have one in Kazakhstan. I'm not certain, the Baikur or whatever, the launching pad. I think they have one over there. They have peacekeeping military personnel in South Ossetia and Abkhazia under the UN, I think, order. They have in Syria, and they have, that's it. That's it. Right? The other guys have 800. So who's imperialist power here? If you tell me, oh, they never invaded Ukraine. Remember Yugoslavia? Remember Iraq? You remember Afghanistan? Remember Libya? Remember Syria? They still have troops illegally placed in Syria, occupying as Ukraine, independent sovereign country. I'm listening. Get out of here. Not you. You know who I'm talking about. The U.S., let me read further here. The U.S. Department of Defense has once again failed its financial audit, making the sixth consecutive year. They're still functioning. They're open. The doors are open. They get their income, their salaries, of failing to account for its expenditures. After some 1,600 auditors and 700 site visits, the Pentagon has once again failed to account for all of its massive swath of programs and expenses. You go to jail if you have a company that you can't account for that, my friends. The Pentagon has some $3.8 trillion in assets and another $4 trillion in liabilities. The failure is not a surprise. Michael J. McCord, the U.S. Undersecretary of Defense Comptroller and the DoD's Chief Financial Officer, told reporters at the Pentagon, and I'm quoting, "It certainly is not something that we say it doesn't matter. They're still functioning. What are you going to do about it? Arrest the guy who's in charge? You always can find who did not do what, who was supposed to do." In a news release on Thursday, the Pentagon said it had made incremental progress towards a clean audit this year. So they screw up 6 times, and then they say the 7th year we're gonna do it. People who own businesses and were under the IRS attack, you tell me if you give them the same justification, it's okay, buddy. Agent from IRS, it's okay. Next year I will I will make incremental progress towards a clean audit. So it doesn't, I will make it clean. I'm going to make incremental progress towards. These are promises like you promise to a child, to a toddler, or a young boy or girl. When you walk with them and you come from shopping, like it used to be when I was a kid, and say, okay, you know what? Home is right after that corner. You get that corner and it's not there. The kid is like, oh my God, where is that? Oh, see that corner? It's over there. And then that's how you do with children. The same thing. With incremental, I promise, my friends, I will do incremental progress towards a clean audit. Imagine a rapist making the same promises. Next year, I promise I will make incremental progress towards not doing that again, or not doing this many times or something. Now, would you accept that? Of course not. Why do we accept this one? Because they got the guns. Do you think that auditors are going to do anything? Who are you going to arrest? A business that has $3.8 trillion in assets or whatever that was, and a budget of $870 billion per year? Too big to fall, and you tell me these guys are not in charge? Yeah, my friends, this is the level of non-corrupt United States government. Non-corrupt. We point fingers of everybody else, and these guys fail it 6th year in a row. We're gonna make increment. Promise, cross my heart. You look good, baby doll. Yeah, my friends, this is it. And they want us to pay our taxes. They want us to drive at the speed limit. They want us to do this. They want us to give them all the information. And they listen to us whenever they want and however they want. We're in deep doo-doo, my friends. And it's unfortunate. Unfortunate. When you grow up with this kind of things and you believe in them, and then it's harder for you to realize the government actually is me for my birth. But others like me, who are not used to these kind of things, not used to being told that this is a great country and great this and great. You come from a country where you're told it's a fantastic country, you come from what other kind of system, worse than this one, apparently, or reportedly. You come here in the country that is told is perfect and fantastic. We are told that, public relations. And you show up here, and little by little, you find out it's not like that whatsoever. On the contrary, something like this you don't hear in Romania, the corrupt Romania, with the defense minister failing an audit 6 times. You don't hear that. You better hear it in America, the land of the free. What does that mean? And by the way, I'm not going to go back, okay? I'm just saying, if that was the first stupid argument here, if it's about me. I was giving you an example so you can wake up about this government and the garbage this country got into. Well, you want me to leave? I leave. Do you think things are going to get better? No, you're just going to put your head in the sand. That's what you're going to do. Not you. I know who I'm talking about. Yeah, my friends. Like in college here in the United States of America. When I went to college, I was arguing with the communist professors over there over certain kind of, can tell you. All right? I was fighting with them. My fellow Americans were too busy ordering underwear and shoes on their laptops while I was arguing for them. And I had another 2 or 3 people of a different kind of group arguing with me, and I was looking around and say, I'm a freaking immigrant fighting for you, and you're not interested in that? You don't support me? These guys were about to strangle me if they could, but they couldn't. Anyway, and I was fighting with the professor and about 2 or 3, always the same kind of people. And these guys were all busy. Well, I'm good, I don't have to pay attention to what the professor says. And that's what happens in revolutions, They come with you as they see the interest, and then when things are a little bit hurting themselves, they'll let you be hanged or guillotined or thrown into and your family and everything. Just read history. So yeah, we the people, not that fast, my friends. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.